yangu nikakuchinjika mbuzi, na pengine kama hujapata mchumba nipatie kitanda. You know, we had a commitment, really a bad part, kwamba lazima uoe. Uko na changamoto kubwa pale. Don't be in a hurry, as I told you, don't be in a hurry. Because kwa hurry, wengine hawatajua watakutambua kwa sababu gani. That the newest member of DAPK, executive member for Mumias East, wengine watakupenda vile ulivyo. But you are bold and very decisive. So I congratulate you for showing leadership to the younger generations. I think we need to congratulations, you are focused, you are precise, and my brother Tony Kachoka always likes to tell me these things about leadership. Says it's a half fortune and a half skill. I remember they tries to paraphrase Machiavelli. This man is dangerous. I'm a fukuza andani. So half fortune and half skill. So we are here today ili tufanye mwanzo mpya. Actually, that's what it is. But as we do so, I will urge caution. Because you will recall, Eugene, that whenever we were coming together in the past, we will be hided. Yani unaonekana mbaya if you don't take the necessary step. This time, we want to give everybody reasonable comfort level so that people are not pushed into anything. You recall that when we met our brother, Dr. Machangi, he even recommended that we look for some technical team. I can tell you that. Technical team to build this level. Before you consign the level of petition to my friend Philip Kisia, give him the opportunity, because that was a very important one. When they discussed with Rabbi Tuju, who was the executive director of Azimio, and that's how we ended up with Philip Kisia, and he's already doing a marvelous job. Let us not leave anybody out. We will not leave anybody out. And as I said, there are others coming in. As we speak, you do not see, of course, Jubilee Secretary General here, Kioni. I believe we are all together. Let's not leave out anybody. This is the matter, because then you will give opportunity to Zakayo kuanza kusema wamegawanyika even before they began. So we'll do that. I know that Babayao is talking to Farmers Party, others are talking to other places. When Zakayo is consolidating, pushing everybody to wind up and join the ODA, our approach is going to be the other way around. We'll open the space so that as many parties as are willing will join this wonderful, wonderful winning team. I hope I'm talking to you. So that's what I wanted to say. There's no room for division. We will not allow it. So that another good friend of mine from Ingo, the other day he was actually saying, my friend Steve-O, akirudi huku pia, if he doesn't watch his mouth, that is Weta. I don't know how to disown friends. I was in Weta and Raila, kumbuka kule, wakati after 2013 elections, ile sumu ya gas tulikula na yeye. One time I'll tell you a joke. I was wearing the wiper cap, and then we were demonstrating that Hassan, the people were to be a good wind. And then we are outside the university towers on University Way. Tunapigwa tear gas. If you didn't know what happened that particular day, we have fought, and we can't afford. Almost get killed. I didn't know that Raila could fit into the driver's seat. Hapo alikuwa gari yake imepotea, kaingia kwa ya Orengo, natafuta Weta simpati, tukapotea. And we used to end up eating kwa mama samaki on Kilimani, and tunajipanguza machozi, tear tear gas. William Ruto anaenda huko kampani akasema, the last time I saw a former vice president, he was sitting on the tarmac. It's time now to sit on the tarmac. Tukiendelea na pia yeye akule dust kidogo. And this is for the good of this nation. I believe it strongly. So when I talked of Weta, he talked of this is going to be marking a divorce. He was describing a divorce between Fort Kenya and ODM because he had been dispossessed of the position of the deputy minority leader, or the minority leader in the Senate. Maybe he actually accomplished that. It was very, very, very noisy about it. So, we are going to do things differently within whatever remains of Azimio. We recognize, of course, that DAP has pulled out. He took a resolution, we respect it. We know that Mother Karua's NAC Kenya pulled out and gave notice. We respect that. That does not necessarily mean we are not going to get together again. It could be a strategy. Because we saw our sister mother and our brother Rigiji up there, very cold area in the mountain. We must continue to do things. We must do this thing differently. In fact, sometimes we do so our sister Kate to confuse them. Because we are dealing with very crafty characters. So we need to be able to be very, very deliberate. We are not going to be announcing every step. My friend Eugene, let's not announce everything to these people. We have to be strategic. Wacha tuwakamatie chini. That is my advice today. Yesterday I advised Sifuna, Secretary General of ODM. Salasi, I'm sorry I annoyed you. But I said bado tunaongea now. Sifuna was talking beautiful language. Beautiful language. Says if you abandon the people, maybe Sifuna was talking like us. And abandon wananchi. And this is a constituents, these are his constituents. Our sister Bosibori was seeing us there in Dagoretti North. And so, I advise that we do not give William Ruto the excuse to delay the mission of IEBC. I'm happy that he has already gazetted the names, and as we speak, out of the 9, I think 7 have already been sworn in. Today, by the Chief Justice. By the Chief Justice. And I say, because another young lawyer viciously argued, Jeru Dego, you cannot allow Professor Law Adams, he's in the advisory team, William Ruto, and therefore this is another, and I realized because Wiper was unfairly blamed for delaying the process. Now the truth is no, it was not us. It was William Ruto through instructions given to a judge in Kiambu who has vacated our own situation, dismissed the application, therefore paving the way for the selection panel to be put in place. So now I say, Professor Lord, because he went in as Azumio and Dr. Kokemoli as Azumio, right? As of today, therefore, the whole thing about the categorization of those leaders, of those members of IBC selection panel are based on that structure. Now, we can going forward choose to dismantle the structure. And I think Philip Kisia, who is the executive director of Azumio, whatever remains, because we have to believe still holding on. We have Wiper holding on. We have Kano. Remember that we had One Kenya Lands. And I think we were with you by that time. One Kenya Lands. So some of these things, I'm just saying, we must be strategic so that you do not make it obvious. Indeed, it's going to become, let it come up and hit. Remember, there were people, Kenyans also, on social media, who are determined to get the new team going forward. And I saw myself invited to Limuru 4 conference. Limuru 4 kufanyika. But I know the urge by Kenyans, they want us to get together, drive out this administration. Senator Richard Onyanka, I really agree with you. I really agree with you. It is a leader who has been reborn, in my view, and speaking the language of the young Kenyans, and not afraid of anything. It is Senator Richard Onyanka. So, what you have told us here is like a tip of the iceberg. I think I want to agree with Malala. When I met Malala today, we laughed. I remember the last time this man is able to organize tremendous. He organized a big rally for Matungu, remember? We were campaigning for a candidate, One Kenya, big organization. So I wondered what happened. I still want to ask a few questions. What happened? And therefore today, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you what is happening now is a real thing. You know, Wiper took a position before the impeachment of the deputy president, the second deputy president. We consulted, actually went on a retreat, and we took a principal position because the country was saying, not regarding Gachagua alone, but even William RUTO amtangulie. So they were saying, remember, Kufa driver, Kufa Makanga. So we said, we will not allow Makanga and Kufa peke yake. And that is why we took that principled position. It was not for the love of Reggie G. I can tell you I've never myself at that level interacted closely with Nuguyu, Reggie G. I haven't. But I can also disclose that we have been talking very closely with my brother Eugene. You know, ni strategy. Mwambia Eugene kutana na yeye. Saa ingine tunakutana tukasema this thing is not right. Injustice anywhere. There's injustice everywhere. So Bwana Mbugu, I also thank you for standing with our brother here. One time I went to Nyeri, I had all kinds of reasons to say no to Rigathi when an opportunity arose. Because they had such that MP for Nyeri town, staff organizer. Nilienda kule kapigua kelele ya ajabu. And I went there, we met with our brother Rigiji at Ndarasha, that terrible incident, the tragedy, when we were burying those children. He briefed us, tukaingia Nyeri town. I saw a different Nyeri town. By the time we were in Karatina, if I was MP for that area, I would resign mapema. Kama kuna mtu anachukiwa na watu ambao wamemchagua, from what I could see, I don't know what the name of that MP is. I would advise him mapema, resign, tafuta kazi ingine, mwambie Zakaya kupatie ambassadorial, wame Kenya hii. Because if there will be an election, the other reason they are delaying this whole thing about IBC is because they know now under the constitution you can recall some of those MPs. Wanaogopa hiyo kama kitu ingine. And I want to prepare our people now that IBC is there. Tafadhali mjiandae hao watu wawe recalled because they have acted unjustly. They have supported corruption. They have, above all else, stood for a government that abducts its own citizens. And I want to post it here. My academic brother, Tony, I want you to argue with me when we leave this place. My argument is abduction is worse than detention. And this wakati wa detention ulikuwa na kitu inakuwa signed, unaweka mahali. Abduction, it is something terrible. It's a crime